Hey guys, Jacob here with a very different video where I will expose all of our secrets. Hold on, let me rephrase that. The secrets of our maps. What, you thought I'll just drop all the lore here? No, idiot. I gotta make y'all watch all that. Anyways, yeah, Out of Bounds Secrets with the FMRP Crew. Let's get started with the very first map, the Unwithered Pizzeria. Okay, so real quick, I'd just like to establish that a lot of this map was heavily inspired by that one Gmod map that literally everyone uses. From the entrance here to the blue manager's office, and even the sign, which is sort of similar, I guess. Moving on to less obvious stuff, there are a lot of hidden Fazbear plushies. They can be found in the girls' bathroom, the ball pit, the hallway, next to the office, the basement, the loading dock, the cave, the hallway to Fazbear's, above the elevator, and a bunch of random places outside, like here on this tree, here over there on that tree. There's probably some trees over in here that it's on. Blardy 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 blar, filling for time. Oh my goodness, imagine having to edit this. Next up, behind the booths area here in the main room, there is a small little area here with just nothing in it, but there is a little door here. Anyways, this area is reserved for Freddy's room eventually. You can see on this sign here. I reserved this spot mainly because it's, quite spacious, and there was nothing here anyways. And, I can always walk out from the bedroom and straight into the chaos, basically. So that's always really fun to see in Minecraft roleplays, in my opinion. Going down into the box, passing the sort of real puppet that's in it, you can see a very, very little, tiny, humble abode that I made for the lovely Ashley to decorate on her own as she pleases. She's yet to do so, so everything you see here was kind of just built with the thing when I decided to do it. There's another box for some reason. I'm putting way too many in this map. I should probably remove some. Other than that, there's this random box room I found, and I still don't really know who made it.
Join my box.
And then at the bottom of the map, there's some wall testing here just to see what looks good with each other, and some of these are just actual pairs that the mod suggests. Here you can see the main hallway stuff, and then stuff for the arcade room. And then all the way out here, in the middle of nowhere, there is an orange waiting room for people, primarily just Arthur, to load in when, they need to get in, and that area over there is way too cramped for them to handle, especially when first spawning in. It takes forever, and often they crash. Outside of the wall here, next to the trash compactor, there are actually controls for it. The plan is to have a body actor, or just anyone really, out here pressing these buttons to make it open and close. This side here closes it, this side opens it. Starting with this number 1 button, it would just make the walls shrink in until the entire room is filled with this vent wall block. Also meet Lenny. He's just a random sign. This is a hanging variation of him, so of course he's got to have that little first name, I guess. Lenny's his last name? I don't know. But Lenny here is a small jab to a really specific Minecraft roleplay channel that me and some of the other crew members were inspired by. Anyhow, with this map finished, let's head on over to Riley's apartment. And who better to talk about that than the guy who helped me build it, and the guy who it was made for. Arthur and Wacky, of course. Take it away, guys.
Thanks, Jacob. Hello, everyone. My name is Arthur. I'm one of the founders of Fazbear's Minecraft roleplay, the voice of Foxy the Pirate Fox, and Jacob's building partner.
And I'm Wacky, the voice of the Night Guard, Riley.
We were asked to narrate this part of the video for some reason.
I think he gets tired of talking to himself, the freaking loner.
Yeah, I would too. Anyways, even though this map was only ever seen once from one angle, me and Jacob put a lot of work into this main apartment room. There's a nice little half kitchen, half living room, a very dull bedroom, a bathroom, secret Fredbear in the exit hall, a barely developed hallway that was initially planned to be seen, but we scrapped the idea. And there's even a little Lenny out here.
Moving outside, we can see there's a main road out here with a few buildings across from the apartment complex here, which actually has a model exterior on the front side of it. As for these buildings out here, there's a very basic stone one right here, a Brazilian Pueblo apartment complex inspired by Offa's old home, with a little bit of interior from Phantom Foxes, to a staircase and technically furniture, I think. This building here actually has a sign that wraps around it too. It reads, "This building has a name." And for those wondering, it's Steve. Because chicken jockey! Funny, laugh.
That's about it for this map, so let's move on to the next one.
Hi, I am President Business, President of the Octane Corporation and the world. Hey guys, my name's Thomas. I'm the voice of Bonnie and Bub. And I'm here. And I'm also one of the founders of this project. To be completely honest with you, I have no involvement with building whatsoever. I think I decorated Fazbears with confetti, and that's all. But because I'm such a sewer system of an actor, it's only fitting for me to narrate this section. Anyhow, there isn't much to this map except for a few fan game references and blocked off areas with minimal effort put into them. This area near the start with the sign that's always watching is actually a downward slope to absolutely nowhere. Kind of like my love life. Same can be said for these other blocked off areas. They're all just four-way splits that lead nowhere. Though this area labeled as the Pop Goes Pizzeria is different from the others, as it instead just continues going forward before ending all of a sudden. Like all the other maps, this sewer system is suspended in the air, and of course, there's just got to be something on the ground. Down here you see a mini-map of the build itself. I'm guessing Jacob and Arthur based the place off of this little thing here. Hey, dear little thing. Oh, and I've been informed these two cupcakes are references to Sinister Turmoil sewers. If you remember that fan game, I sure don't. Anyways, that's it for this map, so let's move on to the much more interesting map.
Hey, hi, hello, everybody. My name's Doss.
And I'm the elusive Chime the Bells, but I also go by Fable amongst the crew here.
Anyhow, since I am a yellow bear, and Fable here has been finally revealed to be playing Spring Bonnie, we were chosen to talk about some of the out-of-bounds secrets in the Fredbear's map.
Yup. Hopefully this script paints us in a good light, as I don't think Thomas got the best interpretation earlier.
Does he ever, though?
Fair enough. Anyhow, let's get this started.
First up is the spawn point of the world, the elevator. Not much to say about it, except that it isn't actually a direct copy from the pizzeria world. The tunnel that the elevator travels up and down in is much shorter than how it is in the original format, to make room for the rest of the build, like this one tree.
And for anyone wondering, this vent is illuminated purely by light blocks. Moving on to the basement itself, Jacob and Arthur really tried to make this area look like it was ripped straight from The Secret of the Mimic, with all the yellow and brown hues included in the block palette. I personally think this is one of the more sensibly decorated areas in terms of how broken down it ended up being.
According to Jacob, he had to learn a completely new method of redstone, to him, at least, to get this button system to work. Pretty impressive.
Moving back upstairs, this back room here has a button that also controls the stage in the same way as the one downstairs, while this lever here is supposed to control the lights. But since the redstone is a little bit watered down, it doesn't quite work as intended.
Above the bathrooms, there are some very unnaturally placed trees. I mean, come on, did they even try? This same building technique is also used above the main room too. Only here there are roots coming down from the trees.
Compared to the pizzeria map, the forest that surrounds the better part of Fredbear's is much more dense, and works a whole lot better when it comes to hiding the abyss, as reaching the top of the building was never intended to be done with this build. However, looking over in this direction, you can see a huge unreachable area, which looks to be just a bunch of trees from afar. In canon, however, this area is Freddy's, but in reality, it's the full Fredbear's map.
On top of the sign is the real lore Bible that was mentioned as a Gag and Puppets introductory episode. And if you want to see what's inside the lore book, maybe ask someone else, because I don't really know either.
And here's a quick tour of the fixed-up diner.
Parking lot, road, tunnel, another tunnel, a third tunnel, entrance room, manager's office, main room, puppet box area, country showroom, Secret of the Mimic reference, stairs, a basement, another basement, a security table, another staircase, a back room with a shelf in it, a kitchen, a freezer, a loading dock,
A decaying corpse.
Women's bathroom, men's bathroom, safe room, 4 fans on top of the building, the roof, end chest, another road, no form of back alley at all. And with that, we have reached the end of today's video. Thanks for tuning in, even though it's not a traditional video. If you're new to this channel, make sure you leave a like, comment, and subscribe before leaving. I am legally required to say that according to YouTube, because everyone says it, no, don't they? Yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all next week. Alright, cool. Now that that's over, I can go back to building this place. Oh, hold on, wait. Am I still recording? Oh, crap, I am. Hold on.
Jimmy